Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, 54. I'm going to run you over.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Grant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen, letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
On 3rd down, Manning, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Penny.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Right there, 54 Mike. Pull up for signal. Let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Watch out, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 53.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rosen. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. Grant, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now it's Rosen looking. His throw incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
First down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This is Grant. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
In your face.
Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, D. Right there, 54.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, 1st down, Seahawks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Yeah, baby.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
55, my guy, 55. Yeah.
Now it's Penny. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen caught by the tight end Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
52 the mic. I got you.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. first down. Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Lady.
Mike 54. Check pass. Check pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Exit. Good job right there. Good job right there. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Rosen now off the bootleg. And Diggs has it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And some room to work. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Going deep for Diggs. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 for... First down, Seahawks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike, move the team. Mike, 5-4. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey. Undercut.
They keep it with Penny on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
180, 54. 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Diggs. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Here's Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run forward with Penny, and that'll move them closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield.
Right there.
Throwing is Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Penny. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's able to find Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Rosen. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll go down at the 28. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Rosen. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Watch out. Corner. Rush in. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Grant. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Rosen. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 19-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And they'll run it again with Penny. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
At the 35-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Check 3, check 3.
On the run, it's Penny. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now here's Michael Dixon as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing now is Rosen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Now Rosen looking to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Rosen in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rosen will throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second and 10, Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Seahawks, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.